Hello, everyone. You are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. Border closure, more trouble for poor Nigerians. Yuletide approaches without rice, turkey, chicken. Prices skyrocket as demand overshoots supply. Barely 11 weeks to Yuletide season, there are indications that poor Nigerians whose living standards are presently below the middle class level may end up celebrating the festive season without rice and complementary proteins like turkey or chicken to eat. This is because the market price of both imported foreign parboiled and locally manufactured brands have continued to skyrocket following the outright closure of the nation's land borders, the route through which these contraband food items are smuggled into Nigeria market. High demand for rice and protein during the Yuletide season can be attributed to the celebrations, including weddings, anniversaries, and other kinds of parties that come with the season. Apart from rice and frozen foods, Nigerians may also have to pay premium to buy vegetable oil that are locally manufactured, as the smuggled oil that formerly competes with the local brands hardly find their way into the Nigerian market. By implication, it has been estimated that Nigerians may end up by buying 150 kilogram bag of rice per boiled rice for over 40,000 naira if the border remain closed, as the local production may not be sufficient to cater for the demand in Nigeria. BD Sunday recent market survey shows that the price of rice has skyrocketed as one bag of 50 gram of imported parboiled rice, which formerly goes for 14,500 naira, now sells for as much as 25,000 naira, while local rice, which hitherto goes for 13,500 naira, now sells for 18,200 naira. Also, one carton of frozen turkey now goes for over 18,000 naira. One carton of frozen orobo chicken, formerly sold for 8,500 naira or 9,000 naira, now goes for 15,000 naira, while a carton of Nigerian chicken, which people rarely are due to poor quality, now goes for 12,000 naira. Following the scarcity of imported frozen turkey in Nigeria markets, one live turkey now sells as high as 35,000 naira. However, it has been predicted that the price of one live turkey may likely be sold for 50,000 naira during the Yuletide season. Prices of rice, groundnut oil, frozen chicken, and turkey, which people smuggle through the borders to make up with the supply gap created by insufficient local production, have gone up in the last 5 weeks, said a rice seller who gave her name as Iyabolu. Iyabolu, who was pessimistic that prices of the above listed food items would come down anytime soon, said her fear was that prices could continue to go up, going by the fact that the increase in prices of food items are in line with high demands that comes with the season. Years back, when rice used to be in surplus supply, prices used to go up during Yuletide. Now that we have seen noticeable supply gap, one can imagine what would happen in the next month, 1 month, she said. According to her, dealers are beginning to stock up their warehouse by hoarding the available ones in preparation for the Yuletide, when the volume of foreign rice consumed by every Nigerian family doubles. Meanwhile, Eke Udochukwu, a Lagos-based businessman, told BD Sunday that there is still regular supply of foreign rice at 24,000 naira to 25,000 naira per bag of 50 kg in most places in Lagos. According to him, this could also be an indication that smuggling still thrives, but at a higher cost and lower rate, meaning more income for those security agencies involved, yet government gets no revenue. Udochukwu, who said that a portion of cooked rice that was formerly sold for 100 naira has been upscaled to 150 to 200 naira at the cafeteria. With over 2,000 border routes, one cannot expect the border closure to miraculously end the problem of smuggling. It is sad that the nation has not seen the need to have clear trade and industrial policies that would reduce Nigeria's dependence on imports, reduce smuggling, and increase the country's production sufficiency, he said. Udochukwu, who faulted the claims of the Nigeria Customs Service (NCS) that the service is presently recording high revenue, as it was reported that customs now generates over 5.5 billion naira daily since the border was shut. It is not to say there are not some benefits of this protectionist policy, but it is deceptive not to tell the whole story. It would also be sycophantic to only applaud customs when Nigerians see that these gray areas that led to the shutting down of the border are not being addressed, he said. Recall that Ahmed Ali, Controller General of the Nigeria Customs Service (NCS), told members of the Senate last week that the closure of the border has led to increase in revenue, as the service collected 9.2 billion naira in one day in the month of September, which never happened before. Since then, we have maintained an average of about 4.7 billion naira to 5.8 billion naira on a daily basis, which is far more than we used to collect. We discovered that most of those cargoes that used to go to Benin Republic from being smuggled into Nigeria now come to Nigeria direct, because cargoes owners are now forced to bring their goods to either Apapa or Tinker Island ports, he said. The federal government's rice policy projects that Nigeria is expected to not only produce enough rice for local consumption but to export in the nearest future. This is just a projection, as the reality on ground is that the totality of local production and import together with the smuggled quantities cannot match the high demand. This explains the reason for the exorbitant price of rice as it is sold today in Nigeria market. Surprisingly, the locally manufactured rice appears to be non-existent in the market, while a derica of available local grain, which formerly sells for 250 naira, now sells for 320 per derica. Pundits believe that government needs to adopt a gradual approach in implementing the rice policy to avoid creating more hunger and hardship for the populace. To them, outright banning it will simply create market distortions and worsen the plight of households, because prices will rise and more people will fall into poverty. According to them, the danger in adopting protectionist policy like outright border closure lies in the failure to understand that it will take time for local production to peak, as firms cannot automatically raise production. Therefore, government needs to create more incentives for manufacturers to become competitive and also ensure the availability of needed infrastructure, which would lower prices. So guys, you've heard it all. Even before now, when the border was never closed, we know that during this festive period, a lot of prices of markets, prices of food items always go up, but not to talk of this with the closure of the border. And one thing we've been talking about is like the government is just looking at one side, just like uh, the controller general of a custom is boasting that this the amount of money they are making, the same thing they will be telling you, oh, they are recovering a lot of money from blue tax and all of that. Where is the money? What has the money, what did you do with the money? How has it benefited the economy? How has it benefited the people? We don't hear. We don't know. We always hear, but we don't see any reality on ground. Now he's talking about how much they make on a daily basis. Then if you say how much they make on a daily basis, do you really look at the other side, the other implication of this whole thing that you are talking about? Now, no good plan or proper plans on ground for you to be able to tackle the effect of the closure of the border. No, they are just looking at, in as much it's not going to affect them, Whosoever that wants to quench should go and quench. It's none of their business. So far, they are making money. And once they make the money, they will put it back into the government coffers if need be. And at the end of the day, the same money, they go and do budgets and be, you know, to favor them for their lifestyle, for the politicians and the political elites in government. That is what the budget is always meant for. Most of even the budget is submitted recently. How is it going to affect us even as a people? Those are the things that we are talking about. You don't even consider people. After they will say, oh, I love the poor, I love the this and that, and you are always taxing them, you are always making things difficult for them, because they know that Nigerians will not talk. Oh, they know that to Nigerians, don't worry, after 1 month, after some whatever, they will adjust. And that is the whole issue. Nobody will want you to, they will not, you will not be allowed to protest, to even say your mind, what you are feeling. If you do that, you know where you are going to, where everything is going to land. So they will be doing all manner of things. They are saying because Nigerians talk too much on phone for a very long time, that it is a good thing to introduce a communication task. Can you imagine that? So what has that got to do? So because Nigerians are talking more on phone, now you want to introduce a communication task. Everything, they know that it is a free fall. Nigerians will always accept that, because they know with time they will adjust. They are always adjusting. That has been the problem. That has been the position of government right from time immemorial. It is not even starting with this government alone. Right from time immemorial, they will do all manner of things, all manner of abracadabra. They will know that at the end of the day, Nigerians will not say anything. They will be quiet and they will adjust to all of those their shenanigans. So it is very, very unfortunate. Now you are making policy. Now you talk of our local production is not at it. We are not there yet. You are not even making sure that those things will even happen. Let's even, pump. See, naturally, if we produce a lot of things sufficiently in this country, naturally, the importation will die a natural death. That is how it is. But these guys, they don't feel anything. They are overfed. So they can be vomiting all manner of policies that will not even favor the masses. But they will come out and be reading rhetoric, and the people who are suffering will still be chanting their praises, singing their praises. So, like I always say, all of us will go see ourselves for there. We will go to the same market and go and be suffering all of these things. You are making policies and you are not looking at the other side. You are not just looking at only one side. Why not look at everything holistically? They will tell you, oh, because of people into genuine business. And now they are making millionaires out of some people. Just like somebody said from here that it is even the custom officials. They are making money, a whole hell of money, a whole hell of money that might not even be remitted to the government. So what are we talking about? But what is happening now, that the people are suffering. A lot of food items have gone up. What are we going to do? What is government doing about it? No, they won't do anything. The only thing they are getting, the only revenue they are getting is that is what is driving them. So guys, I would like to hear from you from the comment section below. Thank you very much. Bye.